Hello, welcome back to lesson 36. We're going to have a look at obligation and necessity kind of language, and the class is about family. So it's the obligations and necessities, and we're going to be talking about family. So here we have a list of what you are not responsible for, and then you have a list of what you are responsible for, okay? But what I want you to do is not agree with this list, or you can agree with it as well, and I want you to state your reasons why you think, let's say for example, the list of not being responsible for, the things that you're not responsible for within your family. I want you to state if you agree with it or not, okay? So if you don't agree with it, so you'd say no, it's an obligation, it's a necessity. So I want you to use this kind of language to back up your opinion, basically what you're saying. So what you're not responsible for, here's the list, I'm going to read it. Number 1, making sure your kids are always happy, okay? That's not your responsibility. You can agree with it or not, that's up to you. 2, getting the approval of others. Number 3, controlling your children. 4, doing for your children what they are capable of doing for themselves. 5, you do not have to be Superman or Wonder Woman. You don't have to be somebody else. You don't have to be Mike. You don't have to be June. Be yourself, okay? What you are responsible for, these are the reasons, these are the list. Number 1, making tough decisions that are not popular ones. Teaching your child to function independently. Holding them accountable. Going along for the ride. Alright? So I want you to give, like I said, give your opinions if you agree with them or not, and I want you to use the language, yes, I don't agree with it, because it's very necessary, or it's a necessity that the parents should control their kids, should do this, should do that, and don't forget to use modal verbs as well for these situations. It's actually very important. And here's a little text about what are parents, what are their obligations towards their children, obligations to their children. So here is a little 3-paragraph text. It's not very big, it's actually quite small. And I want you to read that, of course, and if possible, I want you to give your own opinions of your personal lives as well, or no, you're not opinionating on your personal life, you're giving your opinions about the text, and I want you to give some examples of your personal life as well. If you have children, you have kids, how do you handle them, okay? What is your role? What is your obligations? What are your responsibilities within this family role? And if you don't have children, how do you think it's going to be? Because one thing is when you don't have one, you think it's something. Another thing is when you have one and you know it's something else. I mean, I don't have any kids yet, but I'm sure what I think now is not what I will think then. Or I could be right. Next page, once you've done that, I want you to read the types of families, okay? And within this, I want you to do an exercise. Once you've read all of the text and the meaning of each of these families, I want you to think about the obligations and role of each of these families. Okay, what is the difference between these families? Or can we just treat all of the families the same because everything is just one thing? Or it just changes the dresses, or you deal in the situation, you deal with it in the same situation, okay? Or it's completely opposite, and you have to know how to behave yourself in each of these families. So let's read. The first one, you have a nuclear family, single parent, extended family, childless family, step family, grandparents family, same-sex family. So you have, different type of families here. Is it all the same? Is the treatment all the same? Is growing up with grandparents the same as growing up with parents? How is it growing up with single parent or a step family? I mean, how does it work? Okay, is it different? Is the treatment different? Is the love the same? Is the way you treat the children a bit more careful or careless differently? I mean, how does it work? Okay, so I want you to understand and communicate and opinate in each of those situations, okay, of the obligation of the family and the necessity. For example, when a child is brought up with two parents or a singular parent, is there a difference? Do you think there is a difference, or do you think that the parent who is bringing up a child by himself or herself, do you think that the treatment will be different? Okay, I'll give you a short example. I was brought up with my grandparents and uncle, and I was treated differently. Okay, a bit more, you know, special kind of life, because I did not have that father-in-law and mother love growing up. And then once I did grow up, I had my mother, and she did not just give me the, you know, the nice soft side of mother. She was a father and a mother. So that role changes as well. Okay, so give your opinions of the roles of the parents on each of those situations, how it would be like. And if you don't know, ask someone who does, so you can communicate with that. All right, guys, well done. Next lesson, we're going to look at lesson 37 with prohibition, and we're going to be talking about the law. See you soon. Bye-bye.